Welcome to Mettet for the opening round of the Belgian Rallycross Championship and the opening round of the Belgian Cross Car Championship. This is the well-known Mettet track, which will host some 90 cars today. One of them is Kobe Powell's, the reigning European RX3 champion and the reigning Belgian Cross Car champion. He's starting with the new Miguel Cross Car this year.
Dit is dus een kaart met inclusief de rijder.
So this is a cart of some 425 kilograms, driver included. It has some 120, 130 horsepower. It's rear-wheel drive, so it's possible to have a lot of fun with it. You can really throw the car into the corners and it really makes me smile. And our championship is close racing as well. It's a high level of competition, so you have to be focused all the time and prepare the races perfectly. I was 13, 14 when I started, and my dad always did rallycross, and I wanted to have a taste of what he did all those years, and I really liked it, and I am still in the rallycross paddock. This is Arno Demoulin, one of the favorites in Cross Car Senior.
Cette saison-ci, on va faire le championnat d'Europe.
This season we will do the European Championships and we'll see how it goes. I would like to get at least one final in Europe this year. And next year we will drive the whole of the championship to become one of the contenders. Some foreign interest as well, like German Tim Braumüller at the start.
Ich fahre jetzt erst seit einem Jahr.
I've been driving for a year now. And last year I won the German XC Cup. And today is my first race of the new season. It's been going well because we are in second place for the moment. There's the Cross Car Junior category as well, for drivers younger than 18. And this is Lucas Cartel. It will be cool to win the Belgian Cross Car Junior title this year. But Jordan Genton and Marius Dubuisson are strong contenders as well. So I think we will have to fight hard for the title, but we will also compete in the European Championship this year. Jordan Genton, son of rally driver Dominic Genton, is one of the contenders as well in the junior category. I am pretty lucky to be able to start at such a young age. It's just great that I can already drive today. What's your dream for the future then? I would like to have fun in motor racing, maybe go into rallying later. Do you prefer rallying or circuit racing? I like both, but I think I will end up in rallying. And as a 14-year-old, isn't it physically too hard to drive such a car? Well, you have to be focused and know where the braking points are and know the perfect racing lines. It really isn't that easy. Young Jordan Genton, one of the contenders in the Cross Car Junior category, but this is the Cross Car Senior. The semi-final with Kobe Powell taking a brilliant start. With Kendro van der Vivre right behind him. Powell is already off with a great lead there. Set some good times in the qualifying heats as well. Powell's followed here by Kendro van der Vivre in the number 16 Live and Arno Demoulin in the 44. Van der Vivre driving one of 7 Lives here at the start. The brand created by WRC driver Thierry Neuville. For the moment, they're all behind this Miguel of Kobe Powell's. It looks like he will qualify quite easily for the final. Look at the front right wheel there. Suspension's gone for Powell's, and that's a complete catastrophe. He's out. The big favorite, the title defender, is out. And now it's Van der Vivre leading from Danny Van Mol in the Kamikaze. And third is Demoulin. Joker lap there for Van der Vivre. So Van Mol briefly takes the lead, followed by Demoulin. 2 Kamikazes leading then. Not the drivers, that's the cars, the Kamikaze. Demoulin building the pressure on Van Mol, and Van der Vivre is coming back. This might be a win for Van der Vivre when the others take the Joker lap. There is Van Mol already. So Demoulin in the lead now from Van der Vivre. Demoulin still has to do his Joker lap. Some 200 meters extra. And this is looking good for Van der Vivre. Is he slowing down there? Or was that just an impression? I think it was just an impression. Well, it's going well there for Van der Vivre. Just a bit of twitching there from the rear. Oh, there's another issue. There was an issue with Van der Vivre. He's out. He's out with 1 lap to go. It looks like it's going into Demoulin's lap here. And Van Mol now in second. And it's Ilse in third now. Quite a bit behind. So it's a win for Demoulin here from Van Mol. The 2 contenders are out of the final. Powell is out and Van der Vivre is out. Here's the stricken life of Kendo Van der Vivre and the disappointed Cooper Powells as well. The first of the finals then, the Super Nationals under 2000 category. Sub 2 liters then, with Nick Naines dominating the qualifying heat, but the Bark Blue Escort misses his start and it's on the outside. It's the Volvo of Bosch Stoughton trying to get to the front, but he's hit and he goes sideways. And that means that Martijn van Hove has taken the inside of the first corner, is now leading, starting from the second row, and a mistake from Nick Naines. That will cost him dearly. That means that the Fiesta of Mandy Casse is now in second from the 77 Volvo of Steve Volders. A great start for Van Hove and a catastrophic start for pole sitter Nick Naines. Joker lap already for Steve Volders. It looks to me that Nick Naines is completely out of this final. Pretty unlucky there. Naines dominating up until now. But is Van Hove now leading from the Fiesta from Mandy Casse. A small mistake there from the Civic of Joel Strax. But he remains in third for the moment. Leading Steve Volders in the Volvo. Who had a bad start from the front row as well. Van Hove, runner-up last year, wins this final from Mandy Casse and Joel Strax. Great way to start the season for Van Hove, winning it from Casse, Strax, Volders, Stoughton, and Naines gets the points for 6th place.
Heel verrassend, maar heel veel problemen.
I was pretty surprised, for we had plenty of issues during the day, but it worked out in the end. It didn't look you were going to win, for you had to start from the second row, but in the start all went well, right? Yes, they all went straight on, so I took the inside of the corner and off we went, and that is how it completely worked out in the end. Final of the RX3 category now with 9-fold Belgian champion Davy van den Branden is DS3 on the front row. Next to him is the reigning champion Yves Taylor in the Peugeot 208 with Jente Pitsijs and Nick van Alken on the second row. And it's a good start for Van den Branden in the DS3. Followed by the Corsa of Pitsijs, and on the outside Marcel Snuers with the Megane tries to gain some positions, but it's pushed to the outside and loses some valuable ground there. Still Van den Branden leading from Taylor. And then the Corsa over Jente Pitsijs, Snuers up to 4th, starting from 6th on the grid. Van den Branden had a catastrophic season last year with a massive crash. But he's aiming to get the 10th Belgian title this year. And the win here would be a good start. But Yves Taylor, the reigning champion, is not letting go that easily. He's pushing Van den Branden in his DS3 here. Branden holds on to the lead behind. The Polo of Nick van Alken leads the Civic of Walter de Zender. Joker lap for Van den Branden. Taylor takes the lead briefly. Crucially, Van den Branden comes out in front of the Corsa of Pitsijs. And now it's all about trying to close the gap towards the Peugeot. Some scruffy driving there from Taylor. Van den Branden edges closer. This is looking good for the 9-times champion. Joker lap here for Taylor, and there is Van den Branden exactly retaking the lead as expected and taking the win. A great win for Van den Branden. Yves Taylor in second, Pitsijs in third. Snuers takes 4th from Van Alken and de Zender.
Dit duurt ongelooflijk.
This is a really good feeling after all the issues of last year. It's just fantastic to be able to start the season this way. This morning it went a little bit wrong in the first heat when I ended up in the tyre stacks after a contact. But we were able to rectify it, get the fastest time, pole position, and a perfect start in the final. I think we had a strong performance in the final as well. Off to the Super Buggies now, with a very close competition. 3 different drivers had the best time in the qualifying heat. This Matthias Boon rally driver was one of them, together with Jurik Mannings and pole sitter Mark van Eycken. And we're off for the final. Good start for pole sitter van Eycken. A little contact there, but everybody gets through. Matthias Boon remains in second. Van Eycken has a small lead over Boon, and then it's Johan Versluis who only made it to the final as a reserve driver. So a good start for him. Still Van Eycken and Boon fighting for the lead. It looks like these two will decide who will win this first final of 2023. Boon edging closer there to Van Eycken. Oh, and a mistake there for Versluis. And a mistake for Boon as well. That will cost him a lot of time and it will make it nigh on impossible to win this final. A great drift out of the final corner for Mark van Eycken, winning it from Glenn Wouters and Sjoerd de Visser. Boon, after his mistake, had to be happy with 4th place. And Versluis finishes in 5th. That was it for the first part of our report. See you after the break. Back in Mettet for the opening round of the Belgian Rallycross Championship. We're in the final for the Super Nationals over 2 litre, and this is reigning champion Christoph Bex on pole position for this first final. Next to him, the Volvo 242 Das Boot from Glenn Coles. And it's Glenn Coles who takes the best start. Not a good start for Bex there. Great start from Coles with Bart Bell in his BMW M3. The first time he drives this BMW. Taking 3rd there. Followed by 2 other BMWs. Of Kuijnen and Verhoeven. Great start for Coles, but Bex is ready, taking the pressure towards Coles. Bell still in 3rd. And the 2 other BMWs and the small Opel Corsa, the only front-wheel drive car in the final. Bex decides to go for the joker lap. That might be a wise decision for the reigning champion. He holds on to 2nd, and now he can make up time on Coles. I wonder whether Coles will wait a long time to take his joker lap. Not easy to get that 242 through the chicane. And the Berkelaar with the Corsa now in front of Kuijnen and Verhoeven. Coles taking the joker lap and Bex takes the lead as expected. Still he's not that far behind Coles. Can he get past the black, yellow and red Volvo of Christoph Bex? It looks like the reigning champion will take this first round of 2023 as well. Still not far behind Coles. Here's Bell fighting with BMW of Verhoeven. Final corner, and it's a win for Bex. And a great 2nd place for Glenn Coles, and he's very happy about that apparently. Great result for the Volvo drivers. Dave Kuijnen takes 3rd, followed by Bart Bell and Verhoeven. Of course, after Berkelaar finishes in 6th.
Voor de finale heb ik gekozen voor droge.
For the final, I had some dry weather tires, and that went perfectly. I took the lead, but I couldn't keep Bex behind me. But I was pretty happy still, and that was why I spun when I crossed the line. I'm very happy on how the day went. Had no issues with the car, nothing. Off to the B final of the cross car senior category with Borger on pole from Romuald Demelin, last year's junior champion. It's a good start for Demelen, but also for Paul Borgay, and Ronnie Growls from the back. Slides past Demelen and goes into second and is even pushing now Borgay, who makes a mistake in the first corner. Can Growls take advantage of that? Yes, he can. He's in the lead. What a great start from Ronnie Growls. Demelen is even pushed into fourth by Kevin Letroy in the yellow Live. I think Demelen might decide to go for an early joker lap here, and there he is indeed. In front it's still Growls leading from Borgay and Kevin Letroy. Growls trying to take advantage. And watch out in the back for the red and black Live of Demelen. He has already taken his joker lap. Don't forget, there he is, sliding into second in front of Borgay and Letroy. And leader Ronnie Growls still has to take his joker lap. This is increasingly looking good for Demelen. Borgay making a small mistake there, losing some time. Letroy is getting closer. There's Growls taking his joker lap, and Demelen takes the lead. Can Growls stay in front of Borgay? I don't think so. I think Borgay is up to second again. No, it's still Growls from Borgay and then Letroy. But it's all looking good for Demelen. Little slide there for Growls. Can he end his final in second? That would be a great result after not such a good starting position on the grid. Coming out of the final corner, and look at this sprint. Growls stays in front of Borgay with Demelen, and there is Borgay still passing. Can he keep on to that second position? Yes, he can. Great move from Eric Borgay. Growls down to third, Letroy in fourth, but this isn't finished yet. This is all to the advantage of Romuald Demelen, of course, increasing his lead to almost 5 seconds now. And Demelen wins this B final from Borgay, and then Growls, Letroy, Cornio, and Verslijs. Exciting B final, and now it's time for the A final. It's an old Dutch front row for the A final with Jari van Hoof on pole position from his countryman Nathan Otting. And it's a good start for Van Hoof, not so good for Otting, and even worse for Tim Brouwmuller at the back. So it's Van Hoof leading from Arno Demelen. And then Tom Hendricks tries to get into third, but he's pushed wide and he drops to fifth. Not such a good start for Hendricks, who slots in just in front of Brouwmuller. But it's Van Hoof leading from Demelen, and Demelen looks like he's under pressure now already from Danny Van Mol. Otting has decided to go for an early joker lap. Good decision after that poor start. A bit of damage there at the back. But Van Hoof is leading from Demelen. And then Van Mol. Can Otting make a comeback after that early joker lap? He was pretty quick in qualifying, and so was Jari Van Hoof, who has a massive lead already. Nothing is stopping the Dutchman right now. The others have gone for their joker lap, but it's still Demelen in front of Otting, who's right behind him now, building the pressure on the kamikaze of Demelen. Going side by side here. Final lap for Van Hoof. Taking the win, and who will be second, Demelen or Otting? There they come, and it's Otting. Otting wins it by 0.005 of a second in front of Arno Demelen. Tom Hendricks is in fourth with Brouwmuller in fifth, and then Danny Van Mol.
Zo in de regen, dat bevalt me wel. En
I really like driving in the wet, and we took the maximum today. A good start, and then you kept your head cool at the front.
we waren goed weg.
Yeah, we had a good start. We did not do anything stupid, and that is why we won. Final of the cross-car juniors then to end the day. Lucas Cartel is on pole position. Next to him, Jordan Jenton. Then on the second row, Marius de Buisson with Brian Neumeier. And it's a good start there from Neumeier, I think, but it's still Cartel holding on to the inside towards the first corner. Jenton comes alongside, but has to slot in second if he can stay in front of Neumeier. Clear track in front of Lucas Cartel. He's closely followed by Jordan Jenton. Jenton at the wheel of a Kamikaze, Cartel at the wheel of a Live. Clean lines here for Cartel. Just like Jenton, he's the son of a rally driver. Even his mum is a rally driver. Must be in the genes. Here comes Jenton then with the yellow car, but Cartel has a better exit of the corner and remains in the lead. This isn't over yet. These are two of the big contenders for the Belgian cross-car junior title. And they are already at it from the first final of the new season. Marius de Buisson is in third, but he spins here, losing valuable time. Sees Brian Neumeier go past. In the front, still Cartel leading. A great track, this Mettet Rallycross circuit. Looking where Jenton is, there he is, he's alongside already. He's just edging in front of him, but Cartel takes a more speed out of the corner. Small contact there, but Cartel remains in the lead. From Jenton. What will they do with the Joker lap? Jenton looks like he has some speed. But can Cartel try to push him wide and take... Yes, they do! They take the Joker lap at the same time. And Jenton takes the lead in the Joker lap, but he has a worse exit from the final corner again, and it's still Cartel leading. What a race this is. Final lap now. If he makes no mistakes, Cartel could have this in the bag. Only a couple of corners left. Jenton tries on the outside, doesn't work. Jenton again out of the last corner. Where's the speed of Cartel? Jenton takes it. Jenton takes the win. He overtakes Cartel in the final corner. De Buisson finishes in third, Neumeier in fourth. But what a finish for Jenton, winning by 6/100ths of a second. A great way to finish this first final.
Quelle finale!
What a final indeed. It was a great fight. I'm really happy with the result. You never gave up. You kept on fighting. Yeah, it's always flat out. I'm really happy. It was a great round. I never gave up. I went flat out until the end.
Jusqu'au dernier tour à fond. Au dernier virage, on a...
In the last corner, I missed the gear, and that is why Jordan could pass me on the inside. But it was a great fight until the end. I managed to keep him behind for almost the whole of the race. And it was a great fight, and qualifying was good as well. So it was a good weekend. That was it for the first Belgian Rallycross weekend. See you soon.